Let me know where you from, where you from, where you from.
Oh no.
Bam, bam, bam. Took you like 40 years, man.
Listen, all right? All right. I'm trying to get up on my high tech. All right, don't
Listen,
judge
man.
me.
I
Don't
tell you,
judge me.
you on light skinned time. I had to let them
First,
know you on light
we the
skinned time.
same. We the same.
No, I ain't, son. I'm mad darker than skin of fifth. Mad
We the
darker than
same.
skin of fifth.
We the same.
Here to be. Hold up. What they say, what they say? Cut that off.
That's messed up. That's messed up, Kim. That's messed up. Messed up.
Slow Joe. That's exactly what I need to call him, Slow Joe, because
That's
look at
messed up. It's messed up.
you need to stop sipping on that smidge box.
Listen, all right,
Got you
don't worry
all
about
slowed
the
up.
box that I had stupid it on the other day. That was the other day.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Man Cave, though. You know, let me
Welcome,
know where you
welcome.
hit me from. Also, hit those hearts. I say it like I'm from Boston. Hats.
Hats.
Hit
Hit
those
them hats.
We might as well get started now since Slow Joe is slow on the joke. You feel me? You feel me?
Huh?
So, so the reason why I started this, why men don't keep up with their health is for personal reasons. You know, we got to keep our health up. And we had some family members, uncles, even, you know, JoJo's father, you know, dying from cancer. And, you know, most of that stuff starts in the gut. So, so you know, I really wanted to take this opportunity to, like, really make health cool, you know, because a lot of times men don't think health is cool. You know, we stay away from the doctor's office, you know what I mean? So it's tough out here. So, you know, we want to make sure that us men out here stay long out here too. Did you find the statistics on that, bro? You slacking on your macking? All right. So usually what we're going to talk about right now is men in our family fighting their pain when they feel it. What do you think about that? You got to put your phone on Do Not Disturbage. All that buzzing.
How I put it on? How do I put it on?
Oh, Lord of mercy. You a whole half a brother. Usually when you pull the slider thing down and it says, Do not disturb.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
Jesus. You don't see like a little moon or something?
I don't see that.
Special. That's what happened when you got Android, son. Come to this iPhone world, boy. Come to this iPhone world, boy. But how you feel about men?
I found it. I found it. Found it.
Hallelujah. You seek and you shall find it.
I found it.
So how you feel how men, especially in our family, hiding the pain, brother?
I feel like it's a part of what we were taught. Right. It's a part of we're all a product of our environment. So, especially us when we were growing up, you fall, you hurt yourself. They're like, suck it up. Especially as a boy, like, you better not cry.
Better not cry.
Now I got tons of stories about Mike, you know, bullying me. But I mean, I wanted to cry, but he wouldn't let me cry, and now that's why. But
it's a no cry zone.
It's a no cry zone. It's a no cry zone. So I would say that's something that we're taught. We're taught to hide our pain, and as we become adults, we just go with the same thing. We don't even realize that it was something that started in our childhood, and now as adults, it's natural for us.
Right.
You know, I know that the question you had asked me earlier while I was being disturbed about the statistics between men and women, like most women are taught to go get themselves checked out.
Right.
Versus as a young boy, your parents they're gonna take you to your annual checkup,
Right.
and if nothing happens to you outside of that, you're not going to the doctor. You know,
Facts.
versus a young lady between the ages of 14 and 44. Those are the years where they're dealing with giving birth and stuff
Right.
like that,
Right.
and their menstrual cycle and stuff like that. So, as young women, they're taught that I need to go to the doctor, I need to go to the gynecologist,
Mm-hmm.
and I said that word right.
Gynecologist.
So they got to go to the gynecologist and things like that, and keep check on their body.
Right.
So they're taught these things, you know. And like you said, the word you brought up earlier, cancer, they also taught at a certain age to look up for breast
Mm-hmm.
cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But something that's little known in our community that men could get breast cancer too. It's not just women.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
So
And
the
I
fact
didn't even
that
know
we
that till
don't,
I got mad. Oh.
so the fact that we don't even get on or go to the doctor or check up on these things on a yearly basis as we should
Right.
is not good for us.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, man, it's tough out there because, like you said, man, when we was younger, like we knew that different things was happening in the family, but the fact that we came up under West Indian household, we couldn't even ask questions about you know what's going on with
Absolutely.
you. You know, everything was mind your business. Go be with the children. Go play somewhere. Go outside. You know what I mean? So now growing up, you're like, damn, like I wish we had these routines when we was younger because, like you said, being as a kid, we ain't going to the doctor unless we was like physically hurt. You know, and then on top of that, we showed off our wounds like, yeah, look at me, I broke my arm, it's nothing. You know what
Right,
I'm
I got
saying?
this
Still
scar, I
being
got that
tough with
scar.
it. I'm like,
Look,
you really
look what I
got
got
broke
today.
though.
Look what I
Exactly.
got today.
Like, you really broken though. Like, how can you be tough? You broken. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough out here. So we really got to start, like I said, mainly making health cool. Like, I think that should be a T-shirt. Don't steal my idea that I'm fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Health is cool out here. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I'm glad that we in that mood because it's hurtful to see that the family probably died that could have survived if we knew better. You know?
Going back to what you said, the reason why we're doing this, my dad,
Right.
personally, I watched it.
Right.
My dad hid his pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say he has a very high pain tolerance
Right.
because he treated cancer with Tylenol.
Dang.
It took for my brother and I to be paying attention.
Right.
He asked me to get him a bottle. He asked my brother to get him a bottle.
Right.
My brother's like, listen, you might pass over there before me, so can you pick it up? And I'm like, hold up. I just got him one like 2 weeks ago. What you mean? He's like, I just got him one like a week ago. I'm like, and he's asking again, something's wrong.
Right.
So he took him to the doctor because he was saying that he was having pain in his side.
Right.
And when we get there, next day you find out he has colon cancer.
Dang.
And he caught it too late. It was stage 3, and they had to have emergency surgery. And after having an emergency surgery, he went to rehab and everything. And they eventually checked him, and he was stage 4.
Dang.
It was too late.
Growing fast. It was growing fast.
It went fast. And I think that's something that if he had gotten ahead of, things would have been different.
What type of cancer you had?
He had colon cancer, and they
Okay.
took out about 70% of his colon.
Dang.
And he had to have a colostomy bag and everything. And it started to spread through his body, and it happened pretty fast. Like I say, we found out 9 months later.
Right. So imagine that. Imagine what that does. Since we learned more about the mind, imagine what that does mentally, bro. You know what I'm saying? The fact that now you have that journey. Now you physically know it's cancer because you've been feeling the pain. You didn't know what that
Right.
pain was. So he was just like, oh, just a little something. I'm gonna keep fighting through it. It's nothing. You know
He
what
was
I mean?
brushing it off before. He was brushing it off
like
before,
crazy.
but he
So
couldn't
just
brush it off
imagine.
once he knew what it was.
Right. So then now imagine now, boom, it's cancer now. So now mentally that starts to bring more attention. Like, damn, like I'm dying right now. You know what I mean? So I can't even imagine what is going through his mind at that time, knowing that you're physically dying. Like it's tough. You know what I mean?
All right, Shanika said her grandfather, same situation, had prostate cancer.
Mm.
You know, like we said, just May 11th, our uncle in
Yeah.
Trinidad, that's what
Mm-hmm.
he passed away from, and
Yep.
it's been what, 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 years later, his brother
Yep.
would pass away on the exact same
Yep.
day,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
Did the same
my
thing,
dad,
right?
same day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my dad ended up passing away 2 days after Father's Day last year. So his anniversary is coming up, and our
Mm.
uncle's just passed. You know, so it hits home with us
Yep.
that so many men do not take care of their health, and it's
Mm-hmm.
so important.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool too. Yeah, that's serious stuff, man. So it's scary at the same time because it's like you never know. Like you know, even though you think you may be eating healthy or whatever, but you still gotta go get checked out because everybody body's different and built different. You just never know what's you're eating is really eating at your body. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of stuff inside of it that if we're not doing the right things, finding out what we need to do with our body, and then it can just happen just like that. You know what I mean? It'll be too late after you done find out, after you're dealing with all these pains and you're just ignoring it, not even telling your family, you know what I mean? That's not even cool. And that just happens. You
So
know what I mean?
I'll take it a step further, um, because sometimes you don't even show any symptoms.
Mm,
At the age of 26, I had walking pneumonia.
right, right, right. That was a
Um,
scary situation.
there was zero symptoms.
Mm,
I wasn't coughing, nothing. I deal with asthma from time to time, so I probably just brushed off like that's nothing.
mm,
Next thing you know, I had to be rushed to the hospital, and I was unresponsive in January,
mm,
and I woke up in February.
mm, 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 mm.
You know, and it's a scary thing when I had to be I was in a medically induced coma.
Mm.
You know, at the age of 26,
26.
and I was like almost 300 pounds. I woke up paralyzed from the neck down,
Yeah.
had zero memory of what happened because
Mm-hmm.
the medication that they had me on gives you amnesia.
What kind of medication was it?
I,
Remember?
I don't remember what the exact meds that they gave me,
Gotcha.
but you know, it was a big scare for my family. I'm the
Yeah.
youngest of 6 siblings,
Mm-hmm.
but so the baby was the one that was in the hospital. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's so important for us as a community to just go. You need to have an annual checkup.
Right.
Don't just go because you feel something. But if I was going for my annual checkup,
Yeah.
that would have been something that I got ahead of. The
Yeah.
doctor said I probably had like a simple cold that I thought it went away and it festered on the inside. So on the
Mm.
outside, I was perfectly normal. But on the inside, it was tearing my insides up. My kidneys shut down.
Damn.
My liver started to fail. Everything went haywire.
Mm.
Everything. But thank God, look at me now. You would never know
Never
that I
know.
went through something like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so that's why I feel it's so important, outside of the the strong men in our family. But me personally, like, we have to spread this message. Like, we need to be aware. We need to stay on top of our health
Mm-hmm.
because it's serious. You know how many people do not make it back from walking pneumonia?
Mm. Yeah. Facts. Facts. Facts.
Walking because you have no symptoms?
Right.
People going to the hospital and pass away from that all the time. And I didn't find that out until after when I told people what I had. They're like, what? Oh, my cousin had that and died. My uncle had that and died. And I'm sitting there like, wow, I'm young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even 30 yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through a situation like that. And I could say that God brought me through. And I walked away from a situation
Right.
that most people don't.
Don't. Yeah. 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 It's a blessing right there. Yeah. Because I remember seeing you. I'm like, yo, this is scary. Like seeing you sitting there. I'm like, oh man, like I gotta keep my health up. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at yourself after a minute. Like, am I doing the right thing? You know what I mean? Because like you said, like you don't know what could fester inside of you and just knock you out and just on a random situation you gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just it's crazy, like how we ignore the fact. You know what I mean? And like we're fearful. We're supposed to be strong men, but you're fearful at the same time. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it's like being just ignorant to the fact that, you know, you got something inside of you, and you just feel like it's just a little something. You know what I mean? That little something could turn into a major thing and take your life away. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know, just from not having that knowledge and keeping up on it. You know, it's not our fault that we came from a household where men are supposed to be super strong.
Yeah.
You know, we have this I would say God complex because you feel you're invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like coming from the era that we came from, living through certain things in the street and stuff like that. You think about it. We came from a place where at the age of 21, it wasn't guaranteed for a young black male.
Facts.
Not at that time.
Facts.
So if you reach anywhere near that, you like, yo, I'm invincible. You
Yeah.
walk the streets feeling like that. So something like you ain't thinking about no cold.
Exactly.
You ain't think about, you know, let me check on my health. You think about when I go out in these streets, you know, who am I gonna see that has an issue with me or I have an issue with them? That's what you really think about. You know, so just
the only cancer we was looking at was gunshots and knives.
Gunshot cancer.
You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that happened to me too. Because literally, like once I turned 22, 23, like it hit me like, damn. I was literally sitting in my room like, damn, I made it to 23.
On my 21st birthday, I was like amazed, like wow, I made it. And the people that I was saying it to, they didn't know me back then.
They didn't get it.
Nor did
They didn't get it.
So they're like, oh, there was. Of course, you was gonna make it till 21. And I'm like,
nah. Especially the way my temper was on the street. I'm like, I'm way surprised that I made it. I'm like, yo. I'm like, I only know it's God that saved me.
I was quiet.
I was a hot firecracker. You know what I mean?
I was just you know why? Because I was associated with guilty by association.
But that's the same thing, because I was just like, yo, I literally, it felt like I was reborn after 23. I was just like, yo, I was sitting there like, what I'm supposed to do now? Like for real, like I'm like, because even when I started working with the juveniles, that's when it really started hitting me like, yo, like these kids is asking me life questions. I'm literally just came off the street just like you, and I'm working here.
Right. And to be honest with you, like I got a tippy toe still in there.
Right. But exactly. Because I was still in the street selling weed to the daggone inmates. Shoot.
You know what?
Listen, I had to get.
You was all up in the Smith box doing stuff.
I had to get the double increase while I was in there. You know?
Double increase. You was getting 2 for your mistakes, son. You was getting 2 for your mistakes.
I'll get 2 for my mistakes.
2 for your mistakes, son.
Almost got caught once. One of the kids snitched on me, and I made it out. You felt me?
Now see.
Yeah, but it's crazy though, cause like, you know, especially men are afraid of looking weak.
Absolutely.
That's a major key right there. I mean, men are afraid of looking weak, but when you get sick, you're mad weak.
But technically, you're not.
That's true too.
We think. See, look at it. Just we're talking about this, and it just jumped out of you. We feel that sickness, being sick, shows that we're weak, and technically, no, it's not, because you need to have another level of strength to even survive that.
Even survive that journey, right? It becomes a mental thing after that.
Exactly. Too. Think about going back to my situation. What if I sat in that bed?
Oh yeah.
And gave up. And gave up.
So
I wouldn't even walk around.
We had a whole session between them. I'm like, yo, son, remember when we was watching The Secret? We talking about how the guy who survived the airplane crash broke every bone in his body, and he walked out of the hospital.
Yo, when I walked past the nurse's station,
right,
everybody mouth dropped, because from the time I woke up to how long it took me to leave was a week and a half.
A week and a half from being out for a month, right?
Yeah. So
you walked out. You didn't even put you in a wheelchair.
I didn't want a wheelchair. I was like, nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. the physical therapist came on a Friday, and he put me to sit up. He was like, "I'm gonna leave you here." He left me there for a half an hour. I broke out into a full sweat, like if I did a workout, just trying to hold up on my whole body weight, because it was the first time in a long time that I sat up. And he just put me to lean on the table and bounce.
Oh, snap.
Remember, and I couldn't do none of that.
Right, yeah.
So I broke out into a full sweat. You know, he did what they call range of motion, where he checked my arms and stuff like that, my legs. And then he's like, "All right, I'll be back on Monday."
Right.
So Monday, somebody else came. And I told the doctor I think I could walk. But he was looking at me, and he's looking at the notes like, "What you mean?" But what they didn't know is that Sunday my mother prayed on me, and she massaged my back. And I got up, and I'm like, "Yo, Ma, I feel like I want to stand." And she's like, "You need me to call somebody?" I'm like, No, just stand right here. She was like, "Listen, if you fall, I can't pick you up." I'm like, "Bob, trust me." I was like, "Just stand in front."
She was a whole Power Ranger. You know how they were. They will snatch you up in a minute.
I slid to the edge of the bed. I stood up in front of her. Her mouth dropped. I picked up one foot. I put it down. I picked up the next foot. I put it down. I was like, "Thank you, Jesus," and I laid back in the bed before I fell on my mother.
Yeah.
So then when Monday came, the guy came. He walked me from one side of the room. Then he walked me back. And he's just looking at me like, "But your note said," I'm just like, because I know the power of God. So I'm just sitting like.
So what was you saying? What was you saying anything every day to motivate you? What was motivating you to walk out of that dream?
There's a couple of things. For one, in the middle of the night, there's no way I'm sleeping inside the hospital, because you hear, it's so silent that you hear everything. So you hear a random person like 3 halls down screaming, and then you got the nurses come around every couple of hours to check on you. At like 3, 4 in the morning, they come take your blood every day to check on your levels. I used to call them blood suckers. Like, "Why you gotta give me an injection?" so I'm not sleeping anyway. I'm literally taking naps. I'm not sleeping anyway. So the doctor told me that my strength comes from my core. So I was like, okay. So the stronger I get in the core, it'll just go outward. So I would literally just sit there and speak to God and be like, "All right." I would meditate. I'm like, I'm walking out of here. The entire time, I'm like, I'm walking out of here. At no point in time, it wasn't even about going home. It was about whenever I do go home, I'm walking out of here.
Right.
So, they were looking for like a rehab for me to go to. Every rehab they checked didn't have a bed. That's the only reason I was still in the hospital. Because they couldn't find a bed. And I'm like, nah, I'm walking out of here.
Right.
They're not going to find a bed. I'm walking out of here. So I'm sitting in the bed. I'll be doing my little crunches as good as I can. And I'm just sitting there looking at my fingers, looking at my feet like, "Yo, you going to move."
Right.
Every day, I'm like, "Yo, you going to move."
Right.
I'm thinking about my nephews and my nieces, all my cousins behind me, everyone that look up to me and depend on me.
Right.
Like, I got to make it through.
Right.
Because I'm not even thinking about myself. I'm thinking like, I got to make it through for them.
For them, yeah.
How can I tell you when life hits you to do anything when the fact that when life had hit me, I didn't do nothing about it? So I'm like, I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm gonna walk out of here.
Right.
I'm gonna walk out of here, and I'm gonna be able to tell someone that I walked out of a situation that most people die from.
Right. Right.
So now when you tell me life is too hard, I could go back and be like, yo, there was a time that I was paralyzed from the neck down.
Exactly.
I work for FedEx. I'm an essential worker. I throw boxes for a living. I work in the airport, so I pick up airplane pieces.
Right.
I deliver I deliver airplane batteries. Them bad boys is real.
Dang.
They say 2-person lift. I pick up that by myself. But you would never know that there was a point in time that I was paralyzed from the neck down.
Exactly.
And I had no voice.
Mm-hmm.
I could just do this.
It could even your hand took a while to work, right? Well, the
Even
right.
my hands. Everything.
Yeah, because I
The,
remember
the
you were
first
saying
thing
you
the
can't
first
move
thing I
his
was like,
hand.
bring me my cell phone because I would force myself to use my fingers to text you.
Mm.
So if it took me a while, because when your hand like this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
I'm
remember
gonna
you hitting
eventually
the
get
phone
it.
like that too, right?
I'm eventually gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eventually gonna get it. Because I couldn't do this. I couldn't do
Right.
that at all.
Yeah, I remember visiting you there and you couldn't move your hand. And we just had that conversation. And I'm like, I said, bro, I already see you walking out of here. He's like, oh, I know. I've been telling myself that the whole time. You know what I
I
mean?
was like,
Yeah, man. So like it has to be empowering. You know what I'm saying? You have to enjoy your health. If you don't enjoy your health, man, I don't even know what to tell you. You know what I mean? And like I said, the fact that I made it past 23, like I wasn't even thinking about having kids and getting married at the time, anyways. So that it's like now, like yo, boom, like if I don't take care of my health now, they ain't gonna do it. So that's why I cook better for them, and give them better choices and not just giving them crap in the street. You know what I mean? And even inform them, about the crap that's in the street. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if you start, like you said, it's an upbringing. So if I start them early, you know what I mean? All they're gonna do is transfer that down later on in life. You know
right?
what I'm saying? So like we gotta
Absolutely.
make better choices. So that's why now that I'm home, I'm like cooking way extra cleaner, you know what I mean, compared to just regular junk food, you know what I mean? So like the girls need that, you know what I mean? So they have to be healthy, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm not gonna just give them whatever just because I'm lazy to cook. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing, you know what I mean? Most men are like lazy to cook. You know what I mean? So at that time I was always into cooking because I used to watch my mother always cooking. So it's like it was I don't know, like a fascination of thing of like just wanting to know how you put that good thing together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I wanted to
Learning
cook
the
like you.
different flavors,
Exactly.
different textures, and how do I get this to taste like? How do I do it's
Exactly. Like I was
you
I was
about to
telling
have me
Lala one
talking
time.
about because my fat kid about to jump out. You know how I feel about food.
I was telling Lala one time, I was like, yo, mom had a whole cabinet. It was just pure seasoning
Seasoning.
and
Seasoning.
spices, and like it was
What
just
does
one
all of those
cabinet.
do? You need all them spices. Yes.
Word.
Okay.
I'm like,
Why?
why you need all of them? She said, because every dish has a different flavor. You don't put all the same things in the same dish. I was like, oh.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, so you just can't use adobo?
No. No, Michael. All right.
Adobo
We
over
need more than
everything.
adobo.
Adobo over everything. That's it.
That's very true. Being vegetarian could be very unhealthy as well.
Oh,
Just because it's vegetarian don't always
that's true.
mean.
Yeah, you can lean to eating junk food on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Too much carbs. Too much carbs.
Right.
Carbs.
Or like all those packaged things that they have because they try to make it easy for you.
Yeah.
So they're gonna give you a bunch of packaged things, but all that is packed with sodium and preservatives.
Yeah.
So unless you're doing it from scratch,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I understand, life is crazy, life is hectic, so you can't do all of it from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
But it can't be predominantly, frozen things or processed stuff.
Right. And again, it becomes a mental thing because especially like with like heavy meat eaters, like we brought up the vegetarian thing, heavy meat eaters, the fact that we think like we need meat on the table on the plate.
I need meat on the table.
You don't
All
always
right?
need meat. It could be
Yes, I do. All right.
you're a whole carnivore. You're a
I
whole
need, I need,
carnivore.
I need baby back ribs. I need baby back ribs. I need fried chicken.
It become a mental thing, but the thing about it, even if it's meat there, like it should be a smaller portion. We think like we be picturing half the plate is that's all meat on that side, and then
Right.
everything else is like little dishes on the other
So,
side.
so here's something that I learned. Your hand
Is a portion.
is your portion size.
Mm.
So what I can grab with my hand is technically what you should be
So
eating
the
from
portion.
each food group, and that is sufficient enough to carry you.
Mm.
But we're so used to these oversized plates. We gotta go. We like, oh, you can eat food
Yeah.
all the time. We gotta go to those restaurants. We gotta have like 30 servings. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
rice is a big one because
Mm-hmm.
coming from a Spanish and West Indian household, you're gonna have rice almost all the
Oh
time.
my gosh, I used to get tired of rice, son. Mommy used to
You
be
have
like,
rice
you
all the time.
better eat that rice or you ain't getting no snack after.
Right. It took me to be a grown man to realize I could substitute that with other things,
Mm-hmm.
such as cauliflower.
Mm-hmm.
Cauliflower is a great keeper of flavor.
Yep. It absorbs all the flavor, the seasoning.
So I can take that and replace it, and now I have a healthier alternative to rice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that grain to get you some rice and
Exactly.
peas, maybe all types of rice and peas and rice, chicken and blue cheese, all of that.
Hey, I remember I was being young and how we always used to live at your mom's house. I used to fall asleep in front of that rice. But give me pasta, give me 2 and 3 servings. Come on with it. Mom be like, you ain't sleepy because if you leave from this table, I
Yeah.
used to eat the meat and leave the rice.
The worst is, all right, you don't have to eat it today. You gonna eat it tomorrow?
I know, right? Try to save for me later.
You gonna save this. Ain't nobody wasting no food. It's already 73 of us in here.
Pass me the ravioli, please. Pass me the ravioli. You felt me?
So,
Give me the whole can of Smith box and let's talk about it later.
your whole can of Smith box. First of all, you can keep your Kraft macaroni and box cheese. All right, but the rest.
For real. That way. But since we talk about different health alternative, you know what I mean? Since we are in total life changes, you know what I'm saying?
Change your life.
You got this liquid gold thing?
I got that liquid gold thing.
So what has liquid gold done for you, brother?
Okay, so that drink, first of all, it tastes like liquid childhood vitamins.
That's mad
good. However, it gives you energy. Like before, I had to get used to it. But when I first took it for those first couple of days, it was like drinking an energy boost shot.
It was. It was.
And I'm going to work early in the morning. I got to get to work before Jesus and the Mexicans. I'm there early in the morning. So, so I'm there nice and early. Before the sun come up, I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a full day. I'm loading trucks. After I load trucks, I gotta go deliver it. Then I come back, I gotta unload.
Mm-hmm.
But the energy, like I was like super hyper.
Yeah.
I'm already naturally hyper.
Mm-hmm.
So me super hyper.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Even in time when we started taking it again, and I was working at USIC, spray painting the floor on the ground.
Mm-mm.
Yo, when I went to work, bro, and it was crazy because they had me doing a whole block. So I'm like, I'm trying to do like 2 or 3 of those every hour or something. But then my supervisor was like, yo, you better get this block done. You got like 5 blocks in there. I was like, dang. Well, boom. So I know the next day, I was like, yo, I'm getting me an extra dose of this. Boom. Yo, I was walking up them blocks so fast. I did them blocks so fast.
It didn't do that. I was running up the project steps, bro.
It's at least 30 steps to each daggone flight.
I ain't even taking the elevator today.
Yo. So. But I'm like, yo, this joint, the first, when you take it, you just feel like it's going through your body. You know that
yep.
Like those cartoons when they feel the electricity go through their body.
Yeah.
Like
you was on your flash. Oh.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, I just put a whole cape on. I'm ready to fly out of this thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if people
But
don't know, man, this stuff right here. If you want to know more, about this right here, just DM us. We give you that information. Tons of information on it. It's a whole lot of information on it. So we can't even go over that all this whole situation. But just a few things though. It got 72 minerals, 10 vitamins, 22. How you say that? Phytonutrients. 19 amino acids, 13 whole food greens, and 12 herbs. And it got way more stuff in here, but I got the whole breakdown if y'all want it, because I know some people are.
It's way better than that. Kamala asks, is it like ginseng?
Oh, it's actually better than that.
It's better than that.
I think it's better than that, because sometimes ginseng give you like a crash though. I will never get no crash after this.
I don't get a crash. Like say if you took a Red Bull or something like that.
Yeah.
Red Bull
you know when it's going down, because if you're tired, especially if you're a driver, you know when that sleep hit.
Right. Ginseng is only one herb. We have several.
Right. Several. It is several herbs. Several. There's way more than that. But yeah. But this is definitely an energy booster. I just want to, just once again, man, that's gonna be our new tagline. Health is cool.
And not just an energy booster, but it's good for your immune system. Think about what's the current pandemic that's going on right now.
Facts.
We, like you said, we need to take care of our health.
And this
right here also is good for your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So you just like you would take a multivitamin. This is like your liquid multivitamin.
Yeah, because that's what it is. It's definitely a multivitamin. So people who don't like to take pills,
bang.
And one tablespoon is like 10 salads. So even if you don't get your veggies and your fruits in for the day, you got your whole veggies right there.
In the bottle.
Pow! Blow your whole mind. You be like this. At work.
I was like that at work.
Sitting there
I was like, woo! Let's get big, son. Let's go.
Even when I worked for FedEx too, and we started doing this again, like, yo, them boxes like, bloop, bloop, bloop. I remember when I was working at
Kamala says, Kamala, trust me, you forget we had the same regiment. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm telling you, trust me.
Trust.
We had the same regiment, sister.
Because even when I was working at Amazon, and remember I tell you, homeboy, I put the bag on another bag of all the packages, and that bag was about to fall off, and I spun around quarter in one hand. My man was like, "Oh!" Like,
yeah, that just happened to me at work too. I literally was looking like this, and I turned, and this package came like this, and I was like, man, I could have went out on workers' comp.
You over there protecting yourself. What's wrong with you?
Oh man, I shouldn't have had all this energy in the body. My reflexes.
For real.
I could have been.
You know what I mean? Man, we just got to get better with it. You know what I mean? It's going to show and prove. We're going to show the people what this stuff really do. We got a few bunch of products, but we're going to leave that for another day. You know what I mean? So, but we just want to tell the men, stop being scared of the doctor, man.
For real.
Stop being scared of the doctor, man. Learn more about yourself. You know what I mean? Learn more about your body, what your body needs, so that you're eating the right thing. Yeah, you don't always have to go to the doctor for every little thing. Some people like that because there's probably a certain name for that. People just got to go to the doctor every few days or whatever.
It's called a hypochondriac.
There you go. But you know what I mean? But we just got to do what we have to do, man. If you're trying to live out here, you're trying to,
go to the doctor,
especially if you're making money out here. Especially if you're making money.
All right, that's true. A lot of men don't like to go get their prostate checked, but at a certain age, you got to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go get it done. It's uncomfortable, but you got to get it done.
That's a fact.
This is
We just
a
gotta
lot
get
of
better
things.
out
There's
here.
a lot of things. There's a lot of things that when you go there, you're not going to be comfortable doing. You don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's gonna. You have to make it a part of your regimen. Like, you know what? I got to do this for me, and not just for you, but for your loved ones.
Yeah.
Because you're not. If you want to be here long enough to enjoy your family and enjoy your loved ones and be there for them and run around and do what you want to do with them, then you
Mm-hmm.
have to first take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else.
Nobody else. And then you can't support your family, especially if you're a big family man on top of that, and you like to support your family, and you all you do is work 24/7, and you're
You ain't
not,
got to talk about
and
me
you
like
ain't
that.
go. But you a different dude. You do all of that. You take care of your family. You work hard, and you take care of my little nephew
Nah,
puppy.
I work.
My little nephew
Your nephew
puppy.
puppy, nephew.
With his big old head self. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
around here somewhere. He's around here somewhere.
But you know what I mean? Like a lot of men, even though they do that, they still don't go get checked out because they think like, well, if there's nothing wrong with me, I don't got to go.
Right. Exactly, and
And then you
that's
get, and then you got medical from your job and you ain't using it.
real.
You paying for it
You
and
know,
still ain't using it.
still ain't using it. I just got this on the side now. I just got this on the side.
It's crazy
So
out here, man. We gotta do more of this. You know what I mean? We're gonna do more man cave business. You know, we gotta tell these men out here like, yo, stop playing games, man.
time for them,
Let's
time for
live
them to
long
pull
out
up.
here.
Time for them to pull up.
Exactly. Gotta pull up to this man cave. Let's get our health right. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you got any
Work,
last
work
words?
the fish box.
Word to the Smith box. You got any last words?
My last words would be to anyone that's looking at this that if you really truly care about your loved ones, get yourself checked out.
That's a
You
fact.
know, during this current pandemic, you gotta look at your immune system. A lot of people is affecting everyone differently, and that's pretty much due to the fact of how high or how low your immune system is and how well your body is going to fight off the attack. Yes, you can use different medications, different supplements, different herbs, whatever you're into, because people are different into different types of medication.
Mm-hmm.
And but how at the end of the day it boils down to your immune system because our
Mm-hmm.
body has everything that it needs
Mm-hmm.
to repair itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just we do things to it.
Yep.
Um,
Because I learned
so
that every 2 to 3 years we have a new body, but it's what you
absolutely,
put
but
in
it's
it.
always shedding.
It's
Right.
what you put in it, and gets you all messed up all over again. So the crap
Exactly.
you put in it
Health is wealth.
definitely have to. That's a big statement right there. That's why get your mind right there, get money. Your old Smith box. You an old Smith box if you ain't getting your health up. You're an old Smith box.
So you know, stay on top of your health. You know, don't no, you're not a punk for going to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't make you soft for
Mm-hmm.
going to the doctor. No, it doesn't show any type of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. If
Makes
anything,
you a real G. That's what they want to hear. I got him. Hold on. Yo,
it make you
son,
an
makes you
RA.
a real G out here. No, hold on. I gotta talk to them like this. Yo, son, it makes you a real G out here, son. If you go get you some of this NutriBurst, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And go to the doctor, B. Word up. You gotta talk to them like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to them like that. Cause they tough guys.
That's
You
what
gotta talk to the tough guys.
you got to talk to the tough guys like that.
You gotta talk to the tough guys like that, man. Yeah, you gotta bite your teeth like, yo,
You gotta
I'm to the doctor, B. Word of my mouth. Think you tough, right?
and stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. You know, we're losing a lot of loved ones just off a lack of not taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I understand that's a part of life.
Yep.
That's a part that comes with it. You know, but if you can do something to have a better quality of life, not a long life, but quality
Right?
of life.
Cause you could be sick and be living for mad long and be
For
hurting
real.
out here.
Right. Oh, homeostasis is the body's ability to heal itself.
Bam bam.
So our body is naturally like that, but then we put all these toxins into it.
Yep.
You know, we like all the junk food, so we
And
eat
all that
all
crap.
that
I'm gonna give you a
crap.
quick tip to all the snackers out here. Want to give me a quick tip? I'm gonna give you a quick tip. Let me tell you something. Right, here you go. If your body tells you you start getting cravings for that Snicker bar every day around 12 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't you.
That ain't true.
That's a whole parasite.
Yup.
A parasite connected to your brain was like, I need that. You be like a fiend. Oh my God, wait. I gotta go get me this Snicker right quick. I gotta
Which
go
is
get this
why,
Snicker.
it's good for you to detox.
Which is why. And that's going to be next week's situation of why you should
So you better
detox.
pull up. So
You
you
better
better
pull
pull
up
up
to
to
the man
find
cave
out
so you can
about
find
why you
out.
need to detox.
Nah, man. So,
Next week, same time. Next week, same time.
same time next week.
All right, we
You
gonna
feel
let him.
me?
And this time I know what to do, Kim. This time I know what to do, Kim.
Better
All
get
right.
your mind right. Mind right, then get money. You feel me? Nah, man.
How I know what to do, Kim?
So, you know the
Right.
slogan is health is cool.
Health is wealth. Health
Health
is
is
cool.
wealth. Health is cool.
Pull
You
up.
felt me? All right, y'all. So, we're going to see y'all next week. Thank you for coming to the man cave. We're going to holler at you. We out.
Peace out.
Peace.